It's Homebrew coming at ya. Hiding out in the den today. That's right. My wife's having a little party with the girls, so I'm hiding out, been watching videos. And now it's time for a beer review. And look what I've got. Lil One. That's right, Lil One. This one is brewed by Kevin at Maine Brew. Gotta love that name. This one is kind of a unique beer. This is 9.1% ABV, and it's hard to classify. So I'm going to just tell you what they say. Some may call this a malty double IPA, some a hoppy barley wine. We prefer that it not be classified. We think of it simply as a strong winter ale. So, I'm looking forward to trying this one. I've heard good things. Let's get it cracked open. Well, look at that beauty. Now, I need to mention something. This one was sent to me by Nathan Ouellette in a beer tray, so thanks, Nate. This is looking beautiful. I don't have all the normal lights I have around to give you really the best look at the color, but I'd say that this one is kind of a copper color, reddish to copper. There's a little bit of orange hues, there's a little bit of brown hues, but I'm going to go more on the copper side. Had, like I say, just a nice off-white head on there. Very pillowy, very nice looking. Let's get the nose. Oh, there's some nice citrus on this. I mean, right away, I got a lot of orange on this. I got like a little bit of orange rind, but I got some sweet orange as well. I think I got a little bit of grapefruit on that, and that would make sense. I'll have to tell you the ingredients on this in a minute, but there's some Cascade in there. I get a little bit of tropical though, almost like a little bit of passion fruit on it as well. Oh, it's kind of sweet, floral, bready, slightly spicy on the hops, I would say. Pine, I get some nice pine on there, pine resin. Oh man, there's a lot of nice aromas. Yeah, but it's more dominated by the orange and the orange rind of all of those. That's the strongest, but there's just a nice blend of things. The pine is probably number 2, but there's just a lot going on this one. Before I get to drinking this one, I'm going to mention what's in it. This has, for malts, it's got American Two-Row, Maris Otter, Victory, Carapils, Caramel 80, and Midnight Wheat. And then for hops, it has Centennial, Simcoe, Cascade, and Falconer's Flight. So let's get into it. Cheers. Wow, wow. I can see where they're going with this, being someplace between a barley wine in flavor and an IPA. Now mind you though, this is pretty fresh. This is dated November 14th of 2013. Yeah, you can pretty much tell this is a higher ABV. I'm not gonna say it's boozy, but you can tell. And it has so much good sweet flavors, but they've hopped it up so much it balances out. You do have to be kind of a hop head for this one, I would say. It's very hoppy, and I'm getting both sides of it. I mean, I'm getting that a lot of the herbal on this now as I'm drinking it on the back. Herbal tea, kind of that herbal flavors. Boy, on the front side though, you get this really nice kind of balanced malty sweetness, good balance between the two. You do get some of that orange. I get a lot more of the grapefruit though now in the flavor, which is going to be that Cascade, of course. Your Simcoe is going to be pulling in the orange. Man, this is a nice beer. It's crazy to think you could maybe age this one, you know, because it's kind of barley wine-esque. It really is someplace between like a fairly fresh barley wine and an imperial IPA, a double. The orange is not so much on the juicy side as some of what I picked up in the aroma. You know, it's there, but I'd say there's a lot more of the like orange rind on it, and a little bit of grapefruit rind as well. But it still has some nice breadiness to it as well. A lot of that herbal though, very, very herbal tea. I still feel like I get a little bit of passion fruit off of this as well. I get hints of other things, almost like a little bit of leather on it. Wow, this is nice. I'm going to sip on this a little while and come back with some numbers. Wow, this is just wonderful. It is just really wonderful. Again, you have to be a hophead. You've got to appreciate some of the herbal flavors, but there's so much more there. I feel like when I came back to it again, like I got, like someone mixed a little bit of like a marmalade in there, you know? So you do get a lot of that orange, and you get a lot of flavors, but there's just so much going on in this. And if you look, I mean, it's left a little bit of lacing, so kind of blotching, lacing, not lots, you know. I can build the head back up with a swirl. It's got some character in that regard, you know. It's kind of streaming down on the sides. Wow. So it's pretty beer. It's fairly clear, really, and so much flavor. And it is tough. This really is someplace between a barley wine and Imperial IPA. I mean, they really did nail that character. I would have to put this closer to being an Imperial IPA, like a double, than a barley wine. All right, so for ratings. Well, an Imperial IPA, I'm just digging on this. Parts of this, some of the character reminds me a little bit of Tocobaga from Cigar City. Just this is a much heavier duty version. Wow. I've got to rate this really well. For style, I'd have to say this is like a 94 on the high end of the excellent if I was to call this an Imperial IPA. Barley wine, it would be an American barley wine, you know, hoppy American barley wine, and a young one at that. So I'm not going to go there. I can't rate it there. But 94, solid 94 on the Imperial IPA. Overall, I'm going to jump up. I'm just super happy with this. This is my personal. I'm just digging on it. It's very unique. I'm giving it a 96. I'm putting it in that world class. I think it has earned that world class. I would, what can I say? I'd recommend this to anybody. I'm also really glad this is a 16.5-ounce bottle. But here it is. Lil One from Maine Beer Company out of Maine, of course. I'd highly recommend this to anyone. I'd say if you can, get a bottle. I need to thank you one more time, Nate. This is one outstanding beer. I am thrilled. So from Clement's Home Brew, I'm saying life is too short to drink cheap beer, and I will see you in the next beer review. See ya.